All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach, the wonders to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim. Wa'akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, this one right here, through the Spirit, grabbing this from this clip from Watch Mojo. Subscribe. Says 10 most vicious acts of war in history. All right, this is anybody, if you've been on YouTube, you should know about Watch Mojo. I've been watching them for years. The point of this video is you don't kill the messenger, and even people in the world know that. All right, and I'm applying that to the truth concerning the prophets, specifically the prophets of Israel. We've been persecuted by our own people. We've been persecuted by the heathen. But guess what? There's going to be a recompense for that. All you people who scoff us right now, there's this big thing with these Christians on TikTok. You had that one dude I was watching, the elder Manata Zakwa. I was watching his video earlier. That dude called the Israelites, he called us bastards. All you people, y'all are going to learn a hard lesson that you should have learned from history. You don't touch the messengers. You don't disrespect the messengers. You damn sure don't kill the messengers. And I'm going to be starting with this example, dealing with Genghis Khan, y'all. You had this one guy, right? Genghis Khan, the emperor rolling around back in his day, whooping ass. You had a man show him some very great disrespect, and that man who showed him that disrespect, I bet you he regretted doing that when all was said and done. So let's let this play, and it's going to play out in a very similar fashion to an event that happened in the scriptures, and then we're going to correlate it back to the prophets in general. The people of this world, you belittle us. Soon Esau Edom. Some of us you will put hands on. Some of us you will behead. But what's going to be the reward for that, you sons of bitches? If we're bastards, you're a son of a bitch. How about that? Your mama.
Diplomat. The Khwarezmian Empire is significantly less well known than the Mongol Empire. The major act of war that caused this was the killing of Mongol diplomats. The two had no real bad blood initially, with the Mongols sending a merchant caravan to them in 1218. A Khwarezmian governor decided, for some reason, to execute them and seize the goods.
Somebody, Mohammed II. So, looks like Ishmael, that was a bad move. You decided to kill the messengers of the guy who's the leader of the most powerful, of a powerful empire at that time. That wasn't a smart move, was it?
And with the blessing of the Shah, Inalchuk, driven either by suspicion or greed, executes the entire caravan and sells its precious cargo for his own profit.
Genghis's empire subsequently sent envoys, which the Shah killed one of, then humiliated the other two.
So then he sent some backup guys to make sure he wasn't tripping. Did this dude really kill my dudes? He sent some backup men to make sure he was hearing right? And what this guy do to the backup boys?
He forces the other two to return to Genghis Khan's entire caravan and sells its precious cargo for his own profit.
Genghis's empire subsequently sent envoys, which the Shah killed one of, then humiliated the other two.
He forces the other two to return to Genghis Khan with their beards disgracefully shaven.
Genghis was so upset that he put his invasion...
With their beards disgracefully shaven. What does that remind you of, y'all? To rough up the messengers and to send them back with shaved beards. What should that remind you of? And if you don't have an answer immediately, you've been slacking in your studies. Straight up, straight down.
...of China on hold, then spent 2 years exterminating the empire.
The Khan knows that in Asia and Europe there are yet many peoples and places to conquer. And so across the burning lands once claimed by the Shah, the Mongols press onward.
Vlad's forest.
So in the middle of his invasion of China, Genghis Khan he said, you know what, let me pause. I'm about to smash these niggas and destroy that whole empire. I bet you that dude regretted that. Whoever, Mohammed II, I bet you he regretted that decision. You don't touch the messengers. That's a unwritten rule. You don't harm the messenger. So what should that remind you of, y'all? Let me get that situation real quick. We'll go to 2 Samuel 10. You have it here, right? 2 Samuel 10 and 1. And it came to pass after this that the king of the children of Ammon died, and Hanun his son reigned in his stead. Then said David, I will show kindness unto Hanun the son of Nahash, as his father showed kindness unto me. And David sent to comfort him by the hand of his servants for his father. And David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon. Right, so you had this Ammonite Nahash. He did right by David, right? He gave tribute and served well. So when he died, David said, I'm gonna go entreat his son. I'm gonna go, holler at his son, check on him, make sure he's all right. But how did this idiot Ammonite retreat David? Right, and this is showing, hey, in the kingdom, right, when we subjugate everybody after Esau's done away with after 1,000 years of his servitude, the heathen are going to be, I'll say, I like to say the phrase, we're gonna let up off of them a little bit, right? The heathen, right? Nevertheless, they'll still be under our subjection. So if an event like this were to play out, we're gonna do the same damn thing, right? This heathen got too high-minded. He mistook David's kindness for weakness. This doesn't mean that David loves heathen. This doesn't mean that the heathen can make it, right? We live on this planet with other nationalities of people. You can deal with them honorably, or you can smash their heads in. And obviously you can't smash somebody's heads in 24/7. So David tried to be nice, and look what happened. All right, verse 3. And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Hanun their lord, Thinkest thou that David doth honor thy father, that he hath sent comforters unto thee? Hath not David rather sent his servants unto thee to search the city and to spy it out and to overthrow it? So he got to listening to them young niggas. Notice it said the princes. He got to listen to them young idiots who said they're spies, clowns. Wherefore Hanun took David's servants and shaved off the one half of their beards and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. And I did a video on this recently. This proves that garments were long down to the foot, since they cut them off at the middle, in the hip region, right around the loins, exposing their nether region. Says, when they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. Right, so that's the ancient custom, and we proven fact, y'all. We just saw the same thing happen to some of Genghis Khan's men. So what this goes to show you is that universally, the beard is a badge of honor among men. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, in his modern day society has made it fashionable to be clean shaven, but in the ancient world, as a man, that was a shame unto you. The only people who don't have beards are women and prepubescent males. That was a shame unto you. He did it. Hanun did it right here to David, and that idiot Muhammad, some Muhammad II, did it to Genghis Khan, and both paid the price. So let's jump down. Basically, it turned into war, and we know that Ammon didn't win that war, y'all. Right? Yep. So right here, verse 7, it says what? And when the heathen, you read verse 6, Ammon, they had teamed up with some other heathen because they knew a battle was coming, fucking with David, right? Verse 7, we skipping past it though, says, and when David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the hosts of the mighty men. So David told Joab, go handle that, right? War breaks out, they get to whooping ass, and then at the end of it all, you had those same men that the Ammonites hired to help them fight David. They quit too. They didn't want no more smoke neither. So this is going to be verse 18, 2 Samuel 10 and 18. It says what? And the Syrians fled before Israel. Found somewhere to part. Fled before Israel, and David slew the men of 7,000 and David slew the men of 700 chariots of the Syrians and 40,000 horsemen. Holy shit. And smote Shobach, the captain of their hosts, who died there. And when all the kings that were servants to Hadarezer saw that they were smitten before Israel, they made peace with Israel and served them. So the Syrians feared to help the children of Ammon anymore. Right, so these people who Ammon hired to help them fight against us, we whooped their ass too, and they said, you know what, we ain't helping y'all fight against them no more. So all this war and death and bloodshed broke out because you touched a messenger. What is going to happen to the people of this world who have been touching, abusing, slandering, just doing the prophets all wrong? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Right here, this is Revelation 16. This is dealing with the mark, right? We know that those who take the mark, they're going to have a grievous sore upon them. What else? Revelation 16:6. It says, for they have shed the blood of the saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. Right? I could have started up, but basically, y'all, these and this is going to be a glorious day. Esau, Edom, and the wicked of our people, we're going to watch both of them suffer. Those who take the mark, they're going to be destroyed with fire and brimstone, right? America itself is going to be utterly destroyed because of what it's done to us. Matter of fact, verse 7, and I heard another out of the altar say, even so, Yahweh power al-Shadia, true and righteous are thy judgments. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. And men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of the power, which hath power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. Certain people, y'all, they're going to be eating nuclear fire and chariot fire because of what they did to the prophets. The Heavenly Father is going to put it on their spirit to take the mark so that they can be judged with that fire. This is what's coming to those who have hurt the messengers of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. One way or another, one of these horrible plagues that are coming to the world. Chiefly here in America, where we get all, and us the Israelites, specifically the prophets, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Here in America, we were taking slaves, Northern and Southern Kingdom. This is where we get disrespected the most, treated like shit the most, and this is the very same land that's going to be utterly fucking evaporated in flames, and it's a befitting judgment. Revelation 18 and 24, just more proof. Right, this is where we get disrespected, so this is why this place is going to go down. One reason among many. Revelation 18 and 24, and in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. Dealing with Babylon, right? Babylon is fallen. And in this place is the blood of the prophets, and it's going to be required. It's going to be required. And we're seeing that it's through great destruction and devastation. Nobody's getting them. All you people, you scoff, you talk your shit. Let me get hold of. So now this guy, he's mainly talking about Nate, but he's speaking about us in general.
Remember that Esau was Jacob. Esau, Greek, slave. So no matter if you're black, white, yellow, or brown, you can step into salvation, is what that's saying. Because the fact of the matter is, we are the spiritual Israel. We are spiritual Jews inwardly, as Romans 2:29 says. Stop believing these bastards who are doing the devil's work. They're racist, and they're doing the devil's work in the name of God. Because there's a lot of blood on their hands if people turn away from the faith because of the nonsense that they're spewing out.
No, there's blood on the white man's hands who didn't drop atomic bombs on people's, irradiated the goddamn air, polluted the water and the food that we eat. The fuck is you talking about, nigga? God damn it. Well, so we bastards, okay. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to require that. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to require that. Everybody who wants to scoff and say something, you're going to have to pay for that. Bitterly. Yep, Revelation 15 and 8, it says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Matter of fact, let me start up at 3. Actually, I'm sorry. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." Perfect. That's what's going to happen to these people, right? The wicked, heathen, and our own wicked people. And especially those who, hey, you have the Greek word for haters of God, theostiges, right? God haters, literally. Y'all have a problem with us? You have a problem with what we say? Esau, Edom, some of us you're gonna take, you're gonna kill, you're gonna rough up. Some of you people, you've slandered us. You got on the internet, said things. You got brothers' businesses taken down. Even other Israelites other Israelite groups who've come up against us. Men here at Great Millstone. We've done nothing but preach the truth. So what's coming to you, people? For all the hurt that you've brought us, what's coming to you? Right here, verse 5, it tells you straight up: plagues, sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right? What else? Verse 8, "I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them." Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to avenge us, his elect, Lord willing, I be a part of, right? You sincere brothers and sisters, our apostles. All the hell we've caught, not only in this life, but throughout all our lives, y'all. That's why Yahushai said to, I'm going to have to get that, you're the sons of them that killed the prophets. Well, right here, look, Luke 18:7, "And shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?" So we will be avenged by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for all the things that these people have done and said throughout all the millennia. Everybody is going to come to acknowledge who the true power is of this earth. And we've just been telling y'all since the beginning of time and what you've been doing, ignoring, killing us, slapped Yahushai up when he was down here, running your mouth to him. There's going to be a payment for that, for all of that. Luke, yep. Thou reproachest us also? Yeah. Luke 11:47. "Woe unto you, for ye build the sepulchres of the prophets, and your fathers killed them." So now this is aimed at our wicked people. Here it is. You talking about how here it is. Niggas go to church, they clap and dance and sing how much they love the Bible, and when you tell them to actually do some of the things in there, niggas ready to fight you, y'all. We didn't been in the brothers. We didn't been in the fucking fist fights with niggas, man. Brothers didn't had guns trained on them, shot at for this ministry. The people that y'all are going to pay. You don't touch the messenger. Verse 48, "Truly ye bear witness that ye allow the deeds of your fathers, for they indeed killed them, and ye build their sepulchres. Therefore also said the wisdom of the power, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them they shall slay and persecute." You call us grapists? You call us bastards? You gonna pay for that. Verse 50, "That the blood of all the prophets which was shed from the foundation of the world, the beginning of time, may be required of this generation." This wicked generation back today. This is that same great wicked generation in Yahushua's time is here today. If you can receive it, then you receive it. If not, go eat a dick and die. Verse 51, "From the blood of Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, which perished between the altar and the temple, verily I say unto you, it shall be required of this generation." So the people of this world, y'all gonna pay. And everybody that has to be here is here. The scoffers, the infidels, the naysayers, the atheists, all of you. You want to rebuke you women who can't deal with the fact that a man can have multiple wives, you going down. Esau, Edom, you just going down in general. You niggas who don't want to give up pork, you going down. All you naysayers are going to suffer viciously. for coming up against the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, for touching his men, and for trusting in goddamn Esau. So that's it, man. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim wa Akwath, learning, teaching, in truth and sincerity. Shalom.